Well, ladies and gentlemen, hello. This is Ed coming to you from St. Paul, Minnesota on a lovely, lovely September day. I'm sitting in the back of my F150 5.4 engine, 2001, and I am in the middle of I spent the past couple of weeks doing a thorough investigation I can of a crank no start situation. My extensive YouTubing and testing has led me to a faulty fuel pump. So, faced with the two options of dropping the tank by myself on top of myself from a rusty, very rusty bottomed trunk underneath, or removing the actual bed, I decided on an alternative, unorthodox alternative of mining through the bed to expose the fuel pump. So that's what I started doing yesterday, which was, what the heck is this? Where's my switcheroo? So yesterday I began the process with my Sawzall power saw, skill saw, with a cutoff blade in there. And as you can see, there was a certain amount of destruction that went on, and which seemed appropriate because I started on 9/11. So there you go. And where I'm at now is I've cut through the bed liner, cut through the bed, and got down to, if you can see that in there, that is the top of the fuel pump. So with a little careful surgical finishing off this morning, I hope to be able to get that puppy out, and I'll let you know how it goes. And there it is in all its glory. And oh yeah, fire extinguisher, which is good because you're so close to the tank and you got sparks flying, and so on and so forth. So this last part took a little, I don't know, more like surgery, because you got those fuel lines and so on and so forth. So, and that was easy for me because I don't know if I told you, I used to be a brain surgeon. But yeah, the money was good, but the stress was crazy. One little mistake, and here the stakes aren't so high. And then, just so you know, this is going to be necessary too. You got to jack that tank up, because once you start cutting those cross members, not the tank, I'm sorry, the body, the bed's going to just sag down, because that was what holding up. So once I'm done, I have to devise a method to support that bed, which will be not a problem. Okay. So, the new pump is in. Everything hooked up. Next step is I go into the hood, button up things there, put on my pressure meter, and then I guess I gotta click that ignition 15 to 20 times to prime it. And then we got fingers crossed. Well, this is the wrap up of the story of the alternate method of accessing the fuel pump in a 2001 F150 through the bed. So recently I showed you what it looked like almost done. So now I'm going to show you what it looks like entirely done. This is that piece of treated plywood that I put in, and then I caulked around the edges, as you can see. It's all painted, and you might have noticed previously that I had blue stripes going through the middle of the plywood. And the point of that was I wanted to show where I would screw into the plywood that was underneath the remaining part of the bed, because you need to support it. And it looks kind of like this over here. That is plywood resting on the frame and supporting the bed, because once you cut a lot of that bed away, you have no longer any support. And as you can see, I got some custom bodywork here. Fortunately, this truck's bodywork was all shot anyway, so it didn't matter. And you might remember that the original story was I did a whole thingalingy troubleshooting to get to the fuel pump. Then it didn't work after I put it in. Turns out it was a relay, and the relay, I think, was blown from the old fuel pump, and that's why I was having trouble in the first place. With the new one, it didn't blow the relay, so we're all good. And now, as the finale to the story, you will hear it start up and run. Happy. Oh, a little necessary addendum to that last video. Underneath the truck bed, I supported the truck bed by 2x4s that were treated, not plywood. As I said, just wanted to make sure that was clear. Thanks.